Welcome to Wingman's Hangar, episode 23. Why, what color shirt are you wearing today, Rob?
Someone forgot that we were shooting the show today.
Not only did someone forgot, someone's forgot. So we'll be the talking heads for the show. With the show, by the way, if you're new to this, is an inside look at everything Descent Underground. Everything to do with the development of Descent Underground by the Descendent Studios hosts. I'm Eric Wingman Peterson.
I'm Rob, Design Irving.
And I am the president, and he is the creative director of this cool-ass project.
And I have my voice back. I traded my shirt for my voice. You traded your voice.
Well, first of all, we need to thank our new backers. Mike's going to roll all those people across the screen. Look at all those. Frogger. You know, look at these people. Thank you guys very, very much for coming in.
Welcome.
Welcome, exactly. And keep spreading the word. If you're new to the community, get in the forums, talk about it. We do a lot of back and forth thing and see how things should work. And right now there's a big forum post about friendly fire, how that should work right now, and when it should work.
It's a heated debate.
Heated discussion, mate. Special thanks to Blood Mosher for your exceptional support. And welcome to the new Undergrounders, Laser Pointer, Picard NJ, Silo, Trell, Tycoon, and Zing. They're the newest members of the Underground. Yeah, Zing. And by the way, they're going to be playing the game pretty quickly because Proving Grounds is next.
Soon.
Right. So coming up today, TM. Yep, trademarked. Yeah, well, we did start that whole same process.
Soon TM.
We have the week in review. We tell you what went on during the week. This week's most valuable post. A Build-A-Bot update. It's about time for Build-A-Bot. I think that contest's about over. I think we already know who the winner is.
Final phases.
And of course, forum feedback with your questions and
no videos.
I don't think so. So this week at Descendent Studios, we had lots of press coverage from our Rooster Teeth engagement. We kind of took it out in the wild last week and let people play it.
We got press from that. We got a lot of coverage from the fact that we released the
playable
version to our advisory board.
We did. The advisory board members, I think there's about 6 or 8 of them that now have the build out in the wild, and they're giving their feedback and what we need to do better and how to make it work better, and that's part of the process.
People are talking.
People are talking. As soon as we get it to the point where we're happy with it, with their input, well, then Proving Grounds is next. We have a Rooster Teeth video right on the front page. We've moved it up. I think we're going to, the front page is in dire need of a video update. So we took what people said, put it up on the front page. So that is a new video up front. We're still going to have that badass 60 frames a second video from the end of the campaign, but it's time to move forward with some new gameplay stuff.
That was a really great edit by Morlan too. He put together.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Picture perfect summary of the show.
Why, thank you very much.
And you're also, Mike, doing the new sizzle reel video, right?
Well, we're going to be doing the sizzle. Also, we're going to show something coming up in just a moment from RTX from the main stage.
Oh, yay. Main stage. I know it sort of disappeared off the thing. It was there. So
did you not get the green shirt memo, Morlan?
Yeah, he missed the green shirt memo.
I forgot to put that one out. I apologize.
He's the only professional in the group here. So we have
that's the truth.
For the first time ever, we did the RTX Main Stage, and we had 10 players. We never had more than 8 playing the game at once, and we didn't know how many. We still don't know because we got up to 10 and it ran fine. So
except for that one machine died.
Yeah, we blame that on their machine.
That poor guy sat there and just stared at.
He did not. We moved into a new machine
for the whole match.
He's the one thumbs down. This game doesn't run. It sucks. So we got him in there to the next one though. So we had players lined up at our booth for more than an hour to try the Oculus Rift, and also we had stations for people to play. They had a good time. Well, you know what? Enough talking about it. Why don't we just take a look?
Take a look.
I'm Eric Wingman Peterson, and this is
I'm Rob Irving.
Rob what? Irving.
Design Hypotamus is hard to say live on stage.
Irving. Yep. And we are the makers of Descent Underground. What is Descent, Rob?
Descent is the first official 6 Degree of Freedom first-person shooter game.
We're doing this with the community. We're not only building this, we've got a very small team, but we've got community members around the world, Germany, France, Japan, helping us make this game. If you've already entered your name, we can go ahead and launch the game. If you have any questions, ask your Descent buddy behind you.
Descent buddy.
We have Descent buddy Tyler and Descent buddy Colton. Gentlemen, start your engines and let's go. Let's play some Descent. We kickstarted in March. We finished our Kickstarter in April. And we've started working, and the people that have kickstarted with us will be playing this game in the next month. It will be out for everybody else in March of next year, but the reason we're doing this with the community is we want their involvement. What we realized when we sat down to do this was it's been 16 years since the last Descent. There's a whole generation of gamers that have never played a 6 Degree of Freedom game. It's basically a first-person vehicular combat shooter, but with much more maneuverability, much more fun, and it's crazy tactically. So, the funny thing about this is we've never actually had 9 people playing, I don't think, yet. So we've got 10 playing right now, so it's holding up, which we're pretty excited about
We
right
don't have
here.
9 people in our office.
There's no such. That's right. Joe Biden wins with 41 kills. Who knew? The author of Obamacare can also play Descent. Thank you guys very much. Stop by our booth. That's kind of the Descent. Come see the Oculus Rift. Come see us. Thank you guys very much. I hope you liked it. If not, well, keep that to yourself.
That was fun.
We nailed it.
We did not nail it. We had no rehearsal time there. Ubisoft sucked up all our rehearsal time the night before. But I think
We love Ubisoft.
We do.
They were very nice
they
to
were
us
very
at the
kind.
show.
Yeah, they loved our
They
game.
said that our presentation was good, which
Was shocking.
she was an excellent liar, apparently.
Yeah. But you know what was good about it was people enjoyed the game.
That was once we gave up talking about it and just let people play for the last half hour, things
Yep.
went swimmingly.
Exactly, and that is the main thing. It's not about us being idiots up on stage. That's what this show's about. So as we said earlier, the
Hooray
build,
for our
I know,
soapbox.
the build is in the wild. They're giving us feedback on the advisory board. They're helping us with bug hunts and suggested fixes and how things to work. Some of the big items we've found so far are motion prediction. We have server controlled motion right now. We're eventually going to switch to a system where clients controls it and sends to the server. Server says okay and sends it back.
Yeah, it's
right now,
predictive.
you send a movement to the server. Server says yes. And this isn't designed by us. This was how Unreal's server client system worked. But theirs is kind of based on being on the ground and not vehicle-based, but actual people. So we've got to upgrade it for our ends because we're 6 degrees of freedom vehicular combat. It's a little stuff. So we knew that was a problem going in. We found out just how big a problem it was, and we're working on that too.
Replication is a word we're all
Oh,
learning to
replication is
fear.
another issue, right? Where a lot of times the stuff doesn't pop out when you kill somebody.
Or pops out later.
or
Just
or
randomly.
somewhere else.
Or somewhere
Yeah, like you kill them, and then you're flying along, all of a sudden just stuff goes bloop, pops in front of you. You're like, oh, that's nice, and you go pick it up, and there was no battle around you, nothing, and so we're getting all that
It was
fixed.
5 minutes ago, but hey.
People, you know what? People didn't care about that though because they just, it was as designed. Yeah.
Where did that laser
As
grid
designed.
come from?
Right. Well, we have a lot of laser grids.
They just randomly pop up.
We've been playing that second map, Valor, and it's
I don't know. I don't even.
it's like a
understand what
laser grid. It's like a laser grid. It's like bunnies, and they're doing each other.
And there's
just
only a
popping up
handful
everywhere.
of places where you can drop them, so it doesn't do that.
Yeah, laser grid. Too bad you can't use them. Anyway, that's cool. So you'll get more on how the advisory board is going with. There's going to be design, and you guys do a design show with Rob, and I think Jason wants to do it.
Maybe we'll let Jason do a Tech Underground this next time.
Yeah, something like that. So we'll get you more on that. We're also sharing the build with some key industry partners. As you see, we get people support us with like video cards and PCs and things like that. And there's a lot of folks out there that want to get their hands on the old Descent-a-roo. So,
Yeah, those guys at Oculus probably want to see what people thought about their product.
well, they
being
do.
used.
Oculus, then Steam folks, GOG, all these people want to see what's going on and what's up, and that's due to you. And so, that's going on as well. So they're playing it as well. T-shirts are in the wild. We have shipped
Everything's in the wild today.
Everything. We're wild. It's the wild show. It's the green shirt wild show.
All right, get back to the show,
All right,
please.
sorry. It's cool. I can see. Look at this right there. That's a cool hole. That is a beautiful hole, and it feels really good on my left one. So anyway, that's what's going on. We're gonna lose plot here.
Oh, we already did.
Yeah. So, oh gosh, you know what's next on the list? The Goliath is in the wild. The Goliath. The Goliath.
But it's not in the game yet.
It's not.
It's only in the
well,
wild.
That's some pictures. Mike, you have some pictures of the Goliath. There you go. So here's some of where we go with the Goliath. There's a work in progress.
3D model.
This is our kind of our hauler ship where you're gonna be able to carry back. Once we get the mining mechanic in the game, you'll be able to carry this back. It's gonna take a lot of. Look at that.
Oh, Tonka.
You beauty.
I just want to slap a Tonka on the back
I know,
of that.
it
I
should say
know
Tonka.
that's completely
Can we make it Wonka or something or Lonka?
There we go.
Or,
Oh, look at the smiley
I
face he
see
put
the
on
smiley
there.
face. Have a nice day. Beautiful. This is really, really cool. And by the way, this is one of those ships that used to be manned before they had the War Council and decided to go with a drone. So it's been converted from a manned vessel to a drone. And you can see the camera on the left-hand side there in the middle.
That was our boy Matt who put that together.
Yeah. And there it is on the table. The miniature Goliath
that.
Goliath on a table in my backyard. Yeah, I don't have a house that nice. No, not true. So anyway, that's it. So you've seen the Goliath. It probably will make its way in the game. It's probably going to be a few months before that gets in the game. We've got 3 ships we want to balance in there. And we'll be adding things. We've got to get the rest of the weapons in there and things like that. So
We got a whole lot of things to do.
Yeah, it's like if you look at all the stuff we have to do, it's really a daunting task. But we break it into chunks like we do, it seems to be. And the key is every time we put more stuff in, we have a fun break. Do we test it out? Is it still fun? Yes, no. What do we need to do? Adjust it, and we make sure that we're continuing that process along the way. So now it's time for Keith McCormick in the wild with this week's most valuable post.
Take it away, Wild Keith.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we celebrate someone who made a positive contribution to the Descent Underground community. This week, we celebrate someone who brought a dose of fun to the forums with this great image and idea for a t-shirt. So congratulations, Sliver. You're this week's Most Valuable Poster.
That's awesome. A Wing Noob t-shirt.
I am not wild about that shirt.
That is a wild idea, Sliver. And congratulations.
Congratulations, Sliver.
For this week's most valuable
Why?
post. We need more t-shirts. Because I want to go down to the post office and ship more of those things out. Those are fun. So guess what's in the wild, Rob? Gifting! Gifting's in the wild!
That's more in the tame.
In case you didn't notice, the website, we've now broken it out. Everybody, you can gift. If you've got a package that has multiple copies of a game, you can now spread those out to your friends and bring them into the wild of Descent Underground. It's just going to keep going. And so that's in there.
Never stops.
A la carte add-ons are in there too. So if you've got beta and you want to add alpha, you can go ahead and do that. All those things are in the wild on the website now. So everything we've wanted to put website-wise is done for the time being until we pivot and go another direction. Who knows, right? So, the discussions this week, just for the fun of it, you guys should know, has been around microtransactions versus downloadable content. There's some discussion about chucking the micros and keeping the DLC.
Everything is in flux.
Everything's in flux. It's fun to do these things, but we want to make sure that we do them correctly. So, and now, what time is it?
It's time for forum feedback.
In the wild. All right, let's get to it. Rob, you ready for some questions?
No.
From our undergrounders.
You've broken me.
From Tycoon. I will be in the U.S. in November. If I bring a bottle of whiskey, is it okay if I stop by the office to say hi?
Yeah, that's it, whiskey.
Well, Rob, what do you think? You're the creative director. Should we be able to stop by for a bottle of whiskey?
I just saw whiskey, and I'm like, yes, whatever the question is.
Yeah,
Yep.
try to make it in the afternoon because the wild Rob, Phil, Eric, Whiskey, Morlan show in the afternoon means we stop working that afternoon.
No, we just play the game.
We do play the game.
And you live stream.
We do have fun playing the game. We have to admit that, and we can live stream that.
We have been playing it a lot.
From Shogun, also an undergrounder, I was wondering when you guys think the Proving Grounds will be in the wild to test out the game.
I don't think that's said in the
It's
wild.
in the wild. It was there.
card.
It's what he meant. Oh. So, Proving Grounds?
We've got a few pretty big bugs to fix before we get too much of that up and running. But I mean, we're not talking months. We're talking weeks, probably.
Yeah, one of them being, we've also discovered that you've got to have a pretty decent rig to run this thing right now. I think it's like a 760 or above.
We've got some optimization.
Yeah, optimization still doing it. But we'll have some levels to set, like high, medium, and low. So once we go to a larger audience, 200-300 people, you guys want to be able to play the game, and we'd hate to have it to where I run it at 5 frames a second, and we can't do anything about it right then. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing.
We'll have to be able to spin up more servers too. So
it's going to be a few weeks,
big
I
deal.
think. It's going to be a
Yeah.
few weeks. That's the way it works. From Def Flux, we know Xbox controllers are supported, but what about gamepad? Other gamepads? Can we map button combos? Can we insert long list of questions?
Can we?
Can we? Yes.
Button combos. Don't know.
Well, we're
I have
customizing
not
it.
tried that on the controller yet with our customization stuff.
We can customize already by changing the INI
But
files.
combos, I don't know about.
Tyler's actually working on that right
You
now.
can do modifier combos on a keyboard, but I don't know that the current way the system works accepts like A plus B, for instance, on
Or
your
left
Xbox.
trigger A,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I will have to look and see.
But also other controllers are definitely supported.
We've played with the
PS4
controller, we played
PS3
with the
controllers,
Xbox
Xbox controller. I play with the Logitech 3D Pro, mouse and keyboard.
Lothar eventually got his joystick sort of working, right?
Yeah, I think
What
so.
is he playing with?
I
We'll have to find out.
himself. In the wild. All right, just sorry about that one. From Star Masochist. I currently have the Add a Wingman game.
Masochist again?
I had to. And I can share the second copy of the game with a buddy. How could I upgrade to alpha access for both? Well, Star Machinist, you can just simply add it onto your package. That's what we just talked about. It's
an add-on.
It's an add-on. So just go in there, select your package, select.
I knew you were eventually going to crack you up.
It all comes down.
He couldn't make it that long.
It always comes down to the wiener jokes.
If we can't be juvenile at some point, we have failed in our mission.
So yeah, you can just select alpha packages for both. People just go into their package, select what you want to add to your package, and lengthen that package.
I am so editing that out.
No, you're not. It's from Chirpy. Well, I got a key or something that works on my main Linux system and my Windows secondary system. How will those be distributed?
Well, that's a little far ahead.
Yeah, that's a ways away.
You probably need separate keys for those, most likely.
Well, you're gonna have one key.
But I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, he wants to play on Windows and Linux.
That depends on your distribution. So if it's going through GOG or Steam, how they would handle that. We don't know yet. Basically.
Yeah, it isn't. Right now, when we do the builds, we do a Linux build, a Mac build, and our own build. So we're trying to keep them consistent. But for the record, we've run statistics on this stuff, and so I think Steam puts out some statistics that show the percentages. And 97% of the people on Steam are Windows, 3% are Mac, or 96%, 3% are Mac, and 1% are Linux. So we are supporting along the way, as we've promised, but we won't promise full guaranteed workage and support till it's actually shipping.
Yeah, Windows is certainly
Windows
our leader.
Let's get that one fixed first, right?
Yeah.
Let's get that out there from Chirpy. So good question, though. From Void Stalker, an undergrounder. Can you give us a rundown of some of the weapons that are in the works?
That are in the works?
Yeah, that are not in the game.
That are not currently in the game.
Yeah, we know what's next.
We have all the standard ones. We're getting the Vulcan in right as we speak.
right now going in.
And then we'll probably do Plasma next.
My favorite.
I'd like to do Proximity Bomb after that.
Oh, we got to do Proximity Bomb. Fusion Cannon.
Fusion Cannon, which is a very big one.
Guided Missile.
Guided missiles will probably be something
that's a little further down the road.
We wait for a little while on. Right. But I mean, we're trying to do these in very slow, careful steps, so we can keep the balance right, we can keep the energy consumption right, and get the numbers right.
Exactly. We put a new weapon in. We have a fun build. We balance it out. Then we add. We continually add. The same thing we're going to process with ships.
And right now we have a lot of things that you won't necessarily see the improvements happening, but they're really essential things that need to be done. That won't necessarily be weapons immediately. It'll be fixing the power-up behavior and that kind of stuff, which will make the game a lot more fun, even if it's not something super visual or visible.
Yeah, like we had to balance out the energy room because it was too slow of energy, and now it seems to be just about right. So it's a balancing issue, and that's what the advisory board's helping us balance. And again, with the Proving Grounds, will be helping us do that too. Don't think when you get it as a Proving Grounds that it's going to be done, because it's not. It's still going to be a pre-alpha, but we want your input. That's what
it'll
we're doing.
be in better shape by then.
It'll be much. Actually, it's fun already. That's the cool thing. That rarely ever do you make a game that's fun like right away. So we just got to make sure that we stay in the fun zone and add to it, not detract from it. So and now it's Keith McCormick again in the wild with a Build-A-Bot update. Keith
Dunkelzaw McCormick here for Descent Underground's Build-A-Bot Challenge, where you have a chance to build a bot that goes in the game. This week, we've finished up Stage 3 of the design competition, where we're picking a name for the bot, but we're going to keep that one quiet for now. We are also finishing up Stage 4 of the art competition, in which people are putting a skin on the bot and texturing it to go in the game. So far, we got 3 great entries from Angry Peas, from Louis Carme, and from Pleasure. That's 3 great entries. We'd love to get a few more into Stage 4 of the art competition before we go into Stage 4 of design, which is the final super secret segment of Build-A-Bot. Somebody is about to win an AMD 290X video card, and it might be you.
Build-A-Bot. I feel like Roy Tuttle.
Get your entries in.
Yeah, get them in. So coming up at Descendent Studios, we got the advisory board meeting next Wednesday, where we meet with the advisory board, which is why it's called the advisory board meeting.
In the wild.
Yeah, there you go, Irving. Welcome to the wild party, wild and woolly party. We have the Proving Ground sprint, where we're defining exactly what we're putting into the Proving Grounds, and then possibly early release, right? Mm-hmm. We're adding new game types, new maps. Valor, if I can get it to where it's not like,
It's only you.
It is. It's only.
We don't understand.
I'm in the wild. We're working on authentication, how we're going to make sure that the people who play the game
Have the game.
actually have the game and haven't just given it to their friends, you know. So, T-shirt contest. Look for next Tuesday's blog post. We're gonna have, now that the T-shirts are out there, we're gonna have some sort of take a picture of yourself, get it up there. We want to see people wearing the shirts and having fun. I think the only person that's done that so far is Lotherbot. He had his STFU shirt. He's been sporting a few times. Pretty cool. It's also time for, you ready for this? In the Wild, backer interviews. Mike, what's going on with backer interviews?
Well, we're going to get everybody queued up to spend 5 minutes with the Wingman on Skype.
Yeah, we're gonna apologize.
We're sorry.
We're gonna apologize to that in person. But some people during the Kickstarter have pledged to be on the show, and obviously the show needs help. So
We could fill it wall to wall with just interviews with other people.
it
and
would be
might
way
work.
more
Yeah.
interesting than what the hell we got going on
Might
here.
just work.
Look for a blog post from Michael on that next week, and he'll give you how to do it. And by the way, Wingman's weight is now part of the show. So I started at 240, and I am currently at, well, without all this torso bit, I'm like probably 130. Wow. But the reality is I'm 239. I mean, if I could just, but this head probably weighs 200.
Yeah, there's some mass to it.
That doesn't look.
All those rocks inside are heavy.
Maybe I need the fat guy's skin line, where you put the beard down here to give yourself a chin line, right?
Because I don't have a chin line. I got more off the chins there.
You got several chin lines.
Yeah, I do. So thanks to our underground members and all the backers and pledgers. Without you guys, you don't get quality entertainment like this. In fact, you don't get quality
You still
entertainment.
don't get quality entertainment, but thanks anyway.
Subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter channels. You'll get up to date by the minute news of what's going on up in the wild.
In the wild
And
news.
submit your forum feedback questions. We want you guys on the forums talking, participating, being part of this process. Without you, there is no us. And the Descent game gets better the more you guys are involved. And so we really, really appreciate that. We want you on the forums.
Put in video questions because we don't want to unleash the wing noob
We
again.
should totally unleash and get a T-shirt for him. In the wild.
In the wild.
Where are we going to see him?
In the wild?
Underground. In the wild. Underground, though.
Games can be a lot of fun, can't they? We all like to play games and to win. We all like to watch games. There's good sportsmanship. Know what that means? Watch Joe. See whether he's a good sport. There he goes. The referee called it. Now, wait a minute. What would a good sport do now? Make a big fuss about it? Let's hope you think of the first rule of good sportsmanship. Play fair. Joe does play fair. Then everyone can have more fun. Good sportsmanship pays, and the crowd likes it. Oh, that's the way, Joe. Well, try again. Oh, the time's up. End of the game. Bill's team won. It's been fun watching the game, even for those who wanted Joe's team to win. As you might expect, Bill and his team are glad they won. And of course, Joe and his team are sad about losing. No matter whether you win or lose, let's hope you'd remember good sportsmanship. Take the results well. Joe does take the results well. After all, he enjoyed playing and he played his best. There's always a winner and a loser. Both should enjoy the game. Joe congratulates Bill for winning. And Bill mentions how close Joe came to tying the score again. And he thinks Joe is a good sport. Next time, Bill would like to be on the same team as Joe. So the winner and the loser are both good sports and good friends. So remember, be a good sport. Play fair. Play your best for the team. Take the results well. Good sportsmanship is found in your attitudes, in the way you do things, in the smile you wear. And remember, if you're a good sport, everyone can enjoy the game better. Everyone will like you better. And what's most important, you'll feel better about yourself. Are you a good sport?